Yo, what is going on, you guys? So Dan bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be giving you guys this week's edition of top 5 sports cards that are absolutely on fire. Obviously, the market has not been as hot recently, to be, quite honest, but regardless of that, our membership group has been making more money than ever. Recently, we were investing in these Randy Moss, Topps Chrome, PSA 10, and PSA 9, 1998 Topps. And recently, they've gone absolutely through the roof. Most recently, one sold for $1,120. We were investing in these for just $250 to $300 a few weeks back. So if you guys would like to join in, we're still making so much money. The most money we've ever made right now, even though the market isn't as hot. So if you guys would like to join in to make some profit, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. Use code YouTube to get you 10% off. And yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting the program. We recently hit 1,600 members, which I want to thank you guys so much for all, the credit. I appreciate all the support, guys, seriously, on the program. And my Instagram is sportscardinvest, so message me with any questions you guys have. Even if you don't want to join the program, I'm happy to answer you guys' questions. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into this video. So the first card we have that is absolutely on fire recently is Robert Williams Prism Rookies. Obviously, Robert Williams is, on the Celtics. I believe he was a rookie last year. 2018, 2019. So last year was his rookie year, but recently he's had a few great games. And most recently, his Silver Prism Rookie sold for $40, which is quite a lot compared to what it was going for before the game, which was around $21. So basically, after the game, I believe 2 days ago from when this is uploaded, basically that one game doubled his prices, which is quite crazy. He was very cheap for the longest time. I remember, I think he was in one of my weekly reports around last month. But Robert Williams has absolutely had a breakout, I feel. At least his prices have really started. I see a lot of movement. I see on Facebook groups people asking for Robert Williams cards. It might just be because, obviously before there were 22 teams in the bubble. Right now we're down to 8 teams. So people are looking a lot more closely at these 8 teams left, which I predicted. And definitely, these were literally under $1 a few days ago. And now they're, starting to pick up a little bit of steam. I've seen some base sell for $10 on Facebook. I definitely think, if Robert Williams and any player of these, 8 teams left starts to have some big games, I think prices can go quite crazy just because there's only a few teams left. And everyone's kind of focusing on these teams. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to move on to our next guy, which is actually in football. We have Odell Beckham Jr.'s Prism PSA 10. Most recently, this one sold for $300 around 5 days ago. If we date back just a few weeks ago, these were under $200. So as you guys know, in July, before skill position players started to get expensive, you could get these for $80. And I kind of saw that coming because I saw on Facebook a lot of, people starting to get hyped up about, football and fantasy football players coming into the hobby, has caused skill players to really go up, such as running backs, receivers, tight ends. A lot of the top receivers, running backs, and tight ends have gone up a lot, and Odell is one of them. Most recently, $300. That's quite good for a PSA 10 of his. That you could get for just $200, last week. So that's definitely a big increase. I predict, as fantasy football players continue to get into sports cards, I predict that, this trend will continue and we will continue to see skill players go up, not just quarterbacks. I think people are definitely starting to focus on the running backs, receivers, and tight ends, and a lot of them are still dirt cheap. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next guy, which is Jimmy Butler's cards. We're going to go 2012 Prism PSA 10 just for simplicity purposes. But this card has been on fire. One of the few basketball cards on fire at the moment. So as you guys can see, most recently sold for $1,075. Obviously, the Heat are up 3-0 on the Bucks. So, obviously, there's a good chance the Heat make the finals. And if they do, I can see this card continuing to go up. The Heat are just playing very well. Bucks are not playing super well. This card was as low as $620. Even lower, yeah, $590 one sold for at the end of August. And just a week later, they nearly doubled in price. So Jimmy Butler's definitely, someone who has been on our radar for a long time. My membership group and I, we've been buying this card since it was $85. You heard me right, $85 in March. 6 months later, you have it above $1,000. So definitely, some huge increases in Jimmy Butler's Prisms. I definitely can see these continue to rise as they beat the Bucks and move on to maybe face the Celtics or Raptors. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Saquon Barkley's Optic PSA 10. And optics in general have really gone up. Another example of skill players in football going up a lot. You can see these selling recently for around $300. If we date back just a few weeks ago, they were quite cheap, around $90, I believe. Yeah, so a lot of two, I believe. Wait, oh, that's just one, but I believe, yeah, $90. They were selling for literally a couple weeks ago. Maybe a month ago, they were around $90. Okay, so that might have been okay, so maybe $180 is a fair assumption. I'm not sure what those two sales were. Maybe a PSA 9. I'm not quite sure. I think I might have misread that, but they were around $200, and they've gone up to around $300. So definitely seen a lot of movement in, prices of skill players. I definitely think, Saquon being in a huge market in New York, I can see these cards continuing to go up. So they were around $100 last month, and currently $300. So definitely some big increases there. And last but not least, we have Mike Evans, Topps Chrome actually. So his Topps Chrome rookie has been on the rise. As you guys know, he's on Tampa Bay. They now just got Leonard Fournette, and they have Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. They're a very fun team to watch. Everyone's going to be very excited to watch, especially Tom Brady. Play in Tampa Bay, and obviously Mike Evans being one of the best receivers in the league, his prices were way too cheap, and thankfully, they finally are going up a little bit, but, these cards were really dirt cheap. I believe I found I found a lot of 5, at my local card store literally 2 weeks ago for $2 each. And right now they're up to around $20. So a couple weeks, they've really gone up a lot. I do see occasionally cards, some selling for a little bit cheaper, especially the minis don't sell as well as the normal Topps Chrome. So this is a mini, as you guys can see. So a mini would sell for like $7, but an actual Topps Chrome's around $15 to $20 depending on condition. I can see these continuing to rise like all the other football player position players. But yeah, really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Once again, if you guys would like to join the program, click the link down below and use code YouTube for 10% off. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and other than that, I'm out. Peace.